creatives, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to this channel, welcome to Joladone Crochets channel, where we express fashion through yarn. Today I will be introducing you to the basic stitches of crochet. So for those persons who you're absolute beginners to crochet, I'm here to show you the basic stitches that we use to crochet, as well as I'm here to show you some of the basic tools that we'll be using to crochet. Stick around as we get right into this video. Bear in mind that we will not be using all the materials listed here for this tutorial. This is just to educate you on the most commonly used materials used to crochet just about anything. First things first, we'll definitely need our yarn, and our yarn is a thread that we use to crochet or to knit. We will need a crochet hook, and we use a crochet hook to crochet or to make the stitches. We also will need a stitch marker, and a stitch marker is basically for keeping track of our pattern repeats, or basically for marking the start of a round. We'll definitely be needing a pair of scissors. We'll need our yarn needle to weave in the ends of our work, and we also will need a tape measure, especially if you'll be crocheting clothing. For those persons who are absolute beginners to crochet, I want to show you a few basic stitches that you will definitely be needing to crochet any form of item or project. So before we begin our stitches, first we need to make what is known as a slip knot. And a slip knot is basically just making a knot. After we make our slip knot, we'll then proceed to making our chains. And to make a chain, we basically place our hook in the loop. We are going to place our hook underneath and pull through our loop. And that's one chain. So we're going to make a chain of 10. So this is 1. Then we're going to place our hook underneath here. So you want to use these 2 fingers to hold your yarn together firmly. So you place this between your 2 fingers. And then you're going to make the second chain 2. You go underneath again, make a third chain 3, make a fourth chain 5, and we're going to be making 10 chains 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So this is how we make a chain. Then we're going to move on to making what we call single crochets. To make a single crochet stitch, we are going to place our hook into the second chain stitch here. Go underneath and pull up a loop. Go underneath and pull up a loop. So that is how we make a single crochet. One more time. Underneath, pull up a loop like this. And this is how we make a single crochet. Now the next stitch that we'll be moving on to is what we call our half double crochets. And to make our half double crochets, we are going to start on the second row. So we normally, whenever we begin a second row or we are starting a new row, we either make a chain of 2 or 3, 1, 2, or 3, doesn't matter. But in this case, I'll be making a chain of 2. 1, 2. Then I'm going to turn my work, and now I'll be showing you how we make our half double crochets. So to make a half double crochet, we are going to yarn over. So we place, this is our hook, and we're going to place it underneath here, and then we're going to put in the next stitch. Then we're going to pull through. After we have pulled through, we're going to go underneath again, and then we're going to pull through all three all at once. I'm going to do it another time. Place your hook underneath, go into the next stitch, grab your yarn, pull it up. We have three loops on our hook, and then we're going to go underneath again and pull through all three at once. So I'm just going to be continuing till we reach the end of our row. So this is our row of half double crochets. Now the next row I'm going to show you how we make double crochets, and that's another form of stitch. So I'm going to chain 2 to begin the next row, 1, 2, and turn my work. To make a double crochet, we're just going to yarn, put our yarn or hook underneath the yarn, go into the next stitch, pull up our yarn. We have 3 loops. Now previously for the half double crochet, we would just yarn over and pull through all 3 at once. But in this case, we have 3 loops. So we're going to pull through the first 2 loops. We have 2. And then we're going to pull through the 2 loops again. We have 1. Yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop. We have 3 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. We have 2 loops. Yarn over again, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop. We have 3 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 again. All right, so I'm going to be continuing this pattern until we get to the end. And we have completed our row of double crochets. Now I'm going to show you another stitch which we call our slip stitch. So these are just basic stitches that we use on a regular basis, and as we go along throughout these tutorials, I will introduce you to more advanced stitches. But for now, these are just the basic stitches that we use to crochet any form of project, right? Now, I'm going to create our final row, which is our slip stitch row, and I'm going to show you how we'll do that. So for the slip stitch, I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to turn my work. With slip stitches, We do not yarn over at all. We just simply place our hook into the next stitch, pull it through, and then we pull it through the next. So we are just placing our hook in the next stitch and just doing one big pull through into the next stitch and pull through. So with this stitch, I like to call it the finishing stitch that we use to kind of finish our work, or kind of neat up the edges of our work. So as you can see, the edges, they are a little more defined or a little more refined in a sense, so they are not loose. So it gives it a nice finish, gives our edge, the edge of our project, a very nice finish. And we have completed our row of slip stitch. So these are just the basic stitches that we use. So just to recap, we start our project with a slip knot, followed by the desired number of chains, and depending, so if you're crocheting, say for example a square like this, you don't have to use all the stitches. You can use one stitch at a time. So if your project is basically or mainly double crochets, then you will just use double crochets for the entire project. If it is single crochets, then it's single crochet for the entire project. If you want to mix the stitches, you can do it to your liking. But as you learn more and you understand the art of crocheting some more, you will realize that crocheting is very creative, and you can get very creative with this craft, and just do as you like as you go along and as you become more advanced, right? So just remember the basic stitches. This is what we need to make any form of project. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I want you to come back. I want you to come back on this channel, because I promise you I have so many more creative crochet projects to show you. And I'm not just here for persons who are advanced in crochet. I'm also here for persons who really want to learn how to crochet. I was once at that stage where I didn't know how to crochet and somebody taught me. So I want to share that knowledge with you all. And please, I ask you to stick and stay. Don't delay. Press the subscribe button and subscribe to Joladone Crochet. Until next time, bye!